Okay, everybody, this is T. Gray. Oh, it's the wrong time to be switching headphones. All right. Hey guys, sorry about the technology difficulties. We're really working to get this thing right. I'm going to jump in here and help out and do the presentation today. It will only be on Facebook Live as we had some problems with Zoom this morning that we are still trying to solve and work through. Here's what I need. I need somebody to let me know if you can hear me okay, because I don't have my right choice of audio devices. So I just want to make sure that you can hear me. Okay, somebody let me know. Alfreda, can you hear me? Let me know, can you hear me okay? Does it sound all right? It's for me to continue like this. Talk to me, somebody, talk to me, let me know that you can hear me. Just comment that in the chat box. I'm looking for it. It's for somebody to let me know. Andres, thank you, so you can hear me. Good, excellent, excellent, fantastic. We are going to allow folks to join. Hey, do me a favor, folks, put this in your chat groups, in your WhatsApp groups. Let everybody know that we are actually starting the presentation now and that it's on Facebook Live. On Facebook Live only, and we're going to go ahead and give a presentation. For those of you who are seeing it for the first time, buckle your seatbelt. You're going to get something great. If you've been waiting since 12 o'clock or for 30 minutes for us to get our act together, I promise you we're going to give you something that is totally, absolutely worth it. If you are one of our team members and you're seeing this again, I'm glad that you're on to give support. And this will also help you to learn how to do the presentation. So exciting. We're going to go ahead and get started right about now. My name is Terrence Gray. I'm excited to be able to jump in here and share something absolutely phenomenal with you. Quick abbreviated version of my story. I grew up in the corporate world. I was very successful there, but I always wanted to work for myself. Maybe you can relate to that as well. And so I turned to the industry of network marketing. It always seemed to make sense. Besides, it seemed like everybody was having so much fun, but I struggled. I couldn't make any money, and it was confusing to me because I was very successful in corporate, but when it came to network marketing, I was floundering. So I was like, wow, what do I need to do? Well, everything changed when I met a gentleman in 2004 by the name of Holton Buggs, who became my mentor. He was having success in network marketing and he was willing to teach me. And within a year and a half, I was making more money in a month working from home than many people make all year long. Better than that, it wasn't just me that he was able to help. Over the years, over the decades, he's been able to help literally hundreds, if not thousands of people totally change their life. And he's just touching so many folks. He's become an icon in the industry. And so it's super exciting that he's reached a point now where he's decided to have his own company. And that company is code name Countdown for Freedom. No, that is not the name of the company. It's our code name because we're going to do a big unveil of the name on March 8 and March 9 here in Houston, Texas. So in the meantime, in between time, we're calling it Countdown for Freedom. And we want to welcome you all to the movement. What is Countdown for Freedom about? All right, let me get to the right screen here. Countdown for Freedom is about the fact that it's time for the network marketing industry to evolve. What do we mean by that? Well, for those of us who've been in the industry, there's been a lot of frustration as the years have gone by, where, we have products that are difficult to market or, especially as the world changes, Amazon, eBay, and products being cheaper to find there than in your company, things like that. Also becoming harder and harder for a person to have a true retail or customer acquisition success in network marketing. And the only people who succeed are the folks who are building a big team. So it's time for the industry to do something new and create something that's totally new, a whole new paradigm where people all over the world truly have the opportunity to succeed. So our vision for Countdown for Freedom is to deliver a first-class consumer experience. That's right. In this company, the customer is the hero. The customer is the focus, and we truly will build a legitimate business based on customers. As a matter of fact, what we will deliver to you is the first PRIB, perpetual residual income builder, where we have a relationship, where we have a deal between you and the company, where you bring us customers, we give them a great experience, we continue to expand the number of things that they transact with us on, and you get to earn income on all of it because you supplied the customer. See, in the old model, as I mentioned earlier, customers literally paid more than they could pay someplace else. You know, when you think about the vitamins, you think about the skincare and so many of the different products that we may have marketed, in order for network marketing to work, they had to mark the product up. It's just business. And unfortunately, in many cases, that resulted in a product that costs more than a person could find a similar or equally good product for someplace else. And so in that scenario, only the strong recruiters won because you couldn't really build a strong customer business. Well, in this new model that we're building, not only are we going to build it on customers, but we only make money, you only make money when the customer gets a deal, where the customer saves money, when the customer spends less money than they could spend someplace else. What a phenomenal concept. And that's why this company is truly amazing. This company that we're building here, we call it the FUBU company, for us, by us, for distributors, by distributors, because what we're really doing here is designing the company that we always wish that we could be a part of, and that pays people the way that we always wish that we could be paid. And that's what we're doing, and that's what you're seeing right now. So how are we going to bring this particular vision to the world? Well, guess what, folks? It all starts with something simple. It all starts with something fun. It all starts with something that everybody does, whether they do it because they want to or because they have to. It all starts with travel. Travel is an $8 trillion industry, folks. It's undeniable that the money is there. $6 billion a day in Asia, $4.8 billion a day in Europe, $2.8 billion a day in the United States, almost $1 billion a day in Latin America, almost $500 million a day in Africa. I mean, literally take a look at Asia. $70,000 spent a second. How would you like it if we could give you $70,000 a second? Just think, that would be $70,000 to you, $70,000 to you, $70,000 to you. That's how the travel industry is rolling in Asia, and that doesn't even include the rest of the world. That's how big this industry is. That's how big the pie is, and you don't need the whole pie. You just need to stick your knife in the pie, and and pull the knife out. You don't even need a slice, and whatever stuck to the knife will change your family for decades, for generations. All right, so that's what we're talking about here. And what's really interesting, before I go to the next slide, is that I was not excited about travel. I really wasn't, because as I mentioned to a group that I was speaking to a moment ago, the first network marketing company that I joined was a travel company. And then when I met Holton Buggs, that company had a component of travel. And you know what? Travel always meant very small money. It meant kind of pennies on pennies in terms of the type of commissions and overrides that you could earn, right? The traveling part, the going places part was always been fun, but where was the money? And so what's really exciting here is that we have a twofold opportunity to deliver savings, which is money, and save money and make money. Both equate to making money. We'll talk about both of those in a second. But we learned some things that we didn't know before. See, the average person who's taking a trip, they literally search 12 to 38 booking sites or engines before they make their trip, right? And so you're checking this one, you're checking Travelocity, you're checking Orbitz, you're checking Expedia, you're checking Kayak and Trivago and Hotels.com. And the reality is all of those sites are literally owned by two companies. It almost makes you feel crazy, doesn't it, right? Expedia owns some of them, and Priceline, under the name of Booking Holdings, owns the rest. And you can see they're doing some massive business, $72 billion for Expedia, $59 billion for Priceline, AKA Bookings Holdings. So why is it that they have all these different sites? Well, what they do is it's really marketing. It's really to have these different sites and different colors and different layouts to find the ones that really appeal to you and appeal to your subconscious, so that at the end of the day, you end up transacting with one of them, right? And they're not really passing on incredible savings. They keep the sites within a few dollars, the prices within a few dollars, and they take the savings and they mark it up. Here's what we're doing differently. We're partnered with a world-class agency called Extreme Travel. We'll hear a little bit more about them in a second. And what we do is we take those savings, those wholesale prices, those member-only prices that you can only access from behind a login, and we pass that savings on to you who become part of our family here. So let's talk about the saving money part. The saving money part is a travel booking platform. You get your own travel engine. This is not a deal where you take your site and you have everybody come book on your site. Everybody gets their own site. You get your own site, and with your own site, you can access prices that are up to 70% off of retail. Okay. Now there's some other opportunity, and we'll show you what that looks like in just a second. But you also get the opportunity to make some money by referring travel to Extreme. So maybe you have some wedding groups or family reunion groups that want to book a cruise or a destination wedding. Here's what you do with that. You throw that over the wall to Extreme Travel. They'll handle it for you in class and in style and share the commission back with you. We also have the member trips. There's some folks in the industry that are excited about member trips. Well, we have member trips and exclusive member experiences. They are amazing and they're highly discounted. If you want to become a travel agent, that's here too. But the bottom line is this: you have over $8 trillion of travel industry at your fingertips. Now, Extreme Travel is our hidden asset, right? Because we have a real award-winning, super credible, accomplished, and respected travel agency backing us up. Look at all these awards that they've won. I've literally won them all: Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, President's Club, FunJet, Platinum member, Premier Diamond Agency with the Cruise Line Industry Association. This 18-year-old agency has clout, and we get to benefit from that reputation. Here's what you get to see. So we started testing, we started playing with it. When it came to us, it was literally 10:30 at night that Peter Hirsch came to us and said, "Hey, let me show you what we've got." And we're like, "Okay, travel, show us." And so we started doing comparisons. And next thing you know, it's 4:30 in the morning because we kept getting shocked and amazed, search after search. When we searched New York City, we came up with this 4.5-star hotel. Happens to be the Marriott Marquis. $339 a night on Expedia, $178 a night on iGo. That's ours, iGo, right? By the way, where do you go? I go everywhere, right? $178, $161 a night savings. What could you do with it? Could you see a show? Could you have dinner at a nice restaurant? Could you save it toward your next trip? We looked at Paris, same thing, Travelocity, $440 a night for this hotel, $130 a night for this same hotel, same time, same room, $310 a night savings. And I don't know if you guys noticed it, but saving money is making money, because you get to do other things and stretch your money even further. So that was exciting. What was also exciting was this: it wasn't just hotels, it was rent-a-cars too. Same car class, same type of car. Rentacars.com, $392. iGo, $221. Same rent-a-car company, by the way. $171 a night, $171 savings on that rental. Same thing when you look at REITs and resorts, right? So you go to hotels.com, we did this search for Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, came up at $1,215 for the week. Same property, $712 for the week on iGo. Savings of $503. You know what? That's your airline ticket right there, right? So this was truly exciting. And then we started to use it, right? We started to use it ourselves. And you know what? One of our friends used it to go to Utah, Salt Lake City, and stay at the Sheraton, and they saved $848. Another friend went same place, saved $532. Another friend is coming to see us in Houston, booked their trip, saved $999.77. And Holton Buggs used it himself, went to Mexico and saved $1,589. And by the way, not only did all these people save money, but they all earned reward credits that you can, as you accumulate those, you can use those to pay for your trips. So it's like crazy. So that's really exciting. So we took a look a little bit closer, and the travel site, iGo travel site, has a lot of benefits. I mean, you've got hotels, you've got rent-a-cars, you've got cruises, you've got flights. Now, let me just handle this before you get crazy. There are almost never discounts on flights, okay? Just want you guys to know that. The airline industry is operating on razor-thin margins. Do not come back saying, oh, the flights are the same or whatever. We told you that from the beginning. But the homes, though, luxury curated homes with a butler, just again, at prices that people can get to. Weeks, it's amazing how the places that you could stay for an entire week on so little money when you see the inventory that's there. And then there's stuff like the excursions, theme park discounts, golf, where the golfers at, right? Wine club, absolutely. Restaurant savings. I live in Houston, Texas. It's known for all the restaurants. We took a look and saw how many great restaurants here in Houston. You can actually pre-purchase your meal at a discount at that restaurant. So fantastic. And then there's the price guarantee, where if you find a cheaper price online, we will refund you 110% of the difference. Not 100% of the difference, but 110% of the distance. And that's because we're really confident in what we've got. So folks, that's the save money part. And I think you're already starting to get inspired about traveling for less. You're starting to get inspired about traveling, and staying at a 5- and 6-star level, but paying 2- and 3-star prices, right? So that's pretty cool. Well, let's talk about the making money part. And when we saw this part was the part that really blew our minds. We didn't expect it, and it's the hidden jewel of the whole thing. And it's called Boomerang. And what Boomerang does is it allows you to share the savings with customers, friends, family, whoever. Now, here's the thing. They end up getting a travel site that looks like yours, but there's one major difference. It only comes, they only see 50% of the available savings, right? So if the savings could be $2,000, they get to save $1,000. They're still happy, but the other 50% of the savings, it goes to you and into the compensation plan. That's how we create the most incredible and unlimited revenue opportunity in the network marketing industry. Here's how it works. Don't have to use your imagination. Here's an example. So we did this search for a resort in Mexico. This is a beautiful, all-inclusive resort, Playa del Carmen, Mexico. And the left side is your side. When you join our team, you join our family, you become a TSA, Travel Savings Ambassador. As a matter of fact, let's make this interactive. If you're on Facebook watching this presentation, go ahead and type in Travel Savings Ambassador in the chat. I want to see you do that. Let's see, Travel Savings Ambassador. I want to start seeing that chat fill up. Make sure you guys are with me, paying close attention. Travel Savings Ambassador. Okay, so now on the left, you see your price. 70% savings, $3,399 savings on the trip. On the right, though, is you're seeing your customer's savings. Your customer would see a 35% savings. Your customer is going to see $1,699 off versus Travelocity, Orbitz, Expedia, etc. Now, by the way, if we did not show you the left side, if you thought that the only thing available was a $1,600 roughly savings, wouldn't you be excited about saving over $1,000, almost $1,700, right? So your customer is happy. Your customer is getting a great deal. They're saving money versus what they could spend on Travelocity, Orbitz. You got the idea. So here's what we're doing, though. Since they're only getting half the savings, here's what we're doing with the other half of the savings. We're sharing it into the compensation plan. We're sharing it with you. So half of the savings goes to you as a travel savings bonus. Travel savings bonus. In this particular case, Half of $1,699.50 is $849.75 as your travel savings bonus for sharing this blessing with a friend. Now, let me ask you a question. How many of you like that idea, right? How many of you like the idea of receiving a travel savings bonus? If you like the idea of that, why don't you go ahead and type in the chat, I could spend that, right? If you could spend that $849, I want to see you write, I could spend that. You can figure out what to do with it. Now, we're going to also take some of that $16.99 and we're going to put it into the compensation structure so that it creates an override opportunity as well. By doing that, what that does is it means that there's now two types of travel savings bonuses that you can enjoy. You can enjoy a direct travel savings bonus on the customers you've personally acquired and an override travel savings bonus on all the travel savings generated by the customers acquired by your team. This is really cool. It creates really two unique business opportunities because some people are going to say, you know what? I don't really know if I could build a team, but I think I could get some customers. So let's show you how you could make some money by generating a customer base. Okay, let's go back to the right slide. Here we go. And let's do this example here. So this is a conservative example. And this example says, could you get 10 customers? Now let me explain what's involved. And then I'm going to ask you if you think you could do it. And then I'm going to want you to let me know if you can do it. Okay. How do you get a customer? There is no money changing hands, right? That's the number one thing that keeps people from getting customers in other types of network marketing companies. People are afraid of, even though they might think it's a great product, they're really just kind of nervous about asking people to spend money with them. They're never really confident about that. But in this particular case, this is free to the customer, no charge to the customer. They don't pay anything up front. They don't pay anything monthly. And the reason is because we do, right? So because we, as TSAs, we carry a monthly fee and we pay up front, it covers theirs, all right? So if all you had to do was ask a person, do you like to travel? Would you like to travel? When you travel, would you like to pay less or pay more? Okay? Or would you like to travel at 5- and 6-star level and only pay 2- or 3-star prices? And when they say yes, you say, great, let me hook you up. And you give them their free site. That's it. It's that simple. Here's what I want to know. Could you do that? If you could do that, I want to see you type in the chat, I could do that, right? And could you do that 10 times? Could you get 10 customers? If you could get 10 customers, say, I could do that. So in this simple example, you get 10 customers. You throw the boomerang out, you throw the gift of fun at a discount, because by the way, that's our business. We sell fun at a discount, okay? And you're gonna get 10 customers. And let's suppose your 10 customers only take one trip per year, just one. And on average, they save $600 per trip. Not $16.99 like in the previous example, just $600, okay? Well, here's what that equals. 10 times 600 is $6,000 total savings. Remember, you get half of that, so you just earned an extra $3,000 in the form of a travel savings bonus. Now, let me ask you this. In your job, what do you have to do? What do you have to do to make an extra $3,000? How much overtime do you have to work? How many of your kids' games do you have to miss? How many people do you need to pretend to like that you just can't stand? But here, all you did is give the gift of fun at a discount, and you made an extra $3,000. And you know what? I'm looking at this here. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. It's done. No selling. Can you get 10 customers by asking one simple question? I can do that. Okay, great. So you guys are seeing the big picture. Well, you know what? Somebody says, not only can I do that, I could get 100 customers. Great. Get out there and you do the work. What's 100 customers? It's 7.5 customers a month. Okay, 7.5 customers a month, roughly. And then, so you do that, you got 100 customers, take one trip a year, you save an average of $600, it's total $60,000. Half of that comes back to you as a travel savings bonus. You just made an extra $30,000. For some people, that allows them to walk away from their job. As a matter of fact, if you got really aggressive and you said, you know what, I just want to go out there and get a whole bunch of customers, and you got 1,000 customers, whether it took you 2 months or 6 months or a year, it doesn't matter. When you get to 1,000 customers, you take one trip a year, average savings $600, total savings for the group now $600,000, you just earned $300,000 in travel savings bonuses without building a team, without recruiting. How many of you think that is absolutely phenomenal? But you know what? Here's the thing. Remember my story from the beginning. I said I struggled until I met Holton Buggs. And there's so many people now that are part of our corporate leadership team, as well as our field leadership team, who literally have learned their success principles from Holton. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we share the secrets. We're going to share the knowledge. As a matter of fact, how many of you want somebody to teach you? How many of you can learn? If you can learn, here's what I want you to do. Just say, I can learn. Type that in the chat box there on Facebook. I can learn. And if you can learn, we'll teach you how to build a team. Now, here's what happens when you build a team. Let's suppose you build a team of 1,000 travel savings ambassadors. It's 1,000 people who are in the business, who see it. They want the full travel engine. They want all that good stuff. They want the opportunity to make money. And they each got 10 boomerang customers. Because you said you could do that, so can they, right? So we have this 10 customer culture on your team of 1,000. So 1,000 people, 10 customers, that's 10,000 customers. And if 10,000 customers take one trip a year, that's 10,000 trips, which, by the way, is an average of 27.4 trips a day happening in your business. Let's round up to 30 for even numbers' sake. Let's keep our average savings at 600. Here's what's happening. We don't even have it on here, but that's $9,000 a day in travel savings bonuses going to the people on your team. So your team's making money. Your team is happy. But there's 12,600 points going into the compensation plan, creating overrides every single day. And if your average payout, your average override was 10%, you're looking at $1,260 a day, $37,800 a month, $453,600 a year on just a team of 1,000. And I say just a team of 1,000 because so many of us have built teams several orders of magnitude bigger than that. I was talking to someone the other day who's an industry veteran, and he's built a team of over 200,000 people. And you know what? I actually know somebody who's built a team of over 1 million people. What if we helped you build just a little team of 1,000 people? Maybe take you 6 months, maybe takes you a year, maybe takes you 2 years. Could you imagine after 2 years or so, you're making $453,000 a year? That would be pretty amazing, wouldn't it? All right. And by the way, we're not making income guarantees. You got to do the work. Your results are going to be your results. But if you do the work and we teach you what to do, the results are there. All right. So what happens if you overachieve that and you build a team of over 10,000 people? And again, we're going to keep the same principles in place. 10,000 people, 10 customers apiece, right? Remember that 10 customer culture we're going to build in your team? That's 100,000 customers. And again, if 100,000 customers take one trip a year, that's 100,000 trips. Average savings $600, that's $115,000 of business volume going into your business every day. 10% override, $11,000 a day, $345,000 a month, $4.1 million a year. And this is only the moderate example because, you know, we've got some rock stars who are going to build teams of 100,000 people or more. And here's what happens. 100,000 people, that's 1 million customers. That's $115,000 a day, $3.5 million a month, $41 million a year. I just need to know, could you make it on any of these numbers? Could you make it on the numbers from the first example, right? If you could make it, if any of these numbers are numbers that you could make it on, just say, I could live on that. I could live on that. I want to see that in the chat group. I could live on that. All right. So that's how that works. So here's what we're doing, folks. We are working what's called pre-enrollment to the pre-launch, right? The pre-launch actually really begins on March 11. We're in this insane pre-launch, pre-enrollment period that's literally giving people a head start. So if you were invited to this, if you were invited to see this, by a friend of yours, you want to give them a big hug, a kiss, a handshake, a pound, a dap, because they have given you the gift of first movers advantage. So during the pre-launch period that starts on 3/11, this is how the compensation plan will work. Everyone that you enroll now will be applied to this. And as you can see, what we've done to help people get off to a fast start is we've taken the entire compensation plan and just put it into the fast start. Two types of fast start bonuses you can earn during pre-launch. You can earn a fast start bonus when you help people get started, and you can also earn an overriding fast start bonus when your people help other people to get started. So this is going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to help people get their business off the ground in a very nice fashion. So where do you start? How do you start? Well, everyone starts for $49.95 with their enrollment kit, and that puts you on standby. Just think about the whole travel thing we got going on here, right? So think about when you're in the airport and you're on standby. Nobody wants to stay on standby, but standby at least means that you're in the airport on the right side of the security thing. You are in position to go on a trip. All right. Now, what do you get for being on standby with your enrollment kit for $49.95? You get a Boomerang customer site. So you don't get the full discount that the full-blown TSAs get. You instead get the customer version of the site. So you get to save some money. You get 5 boomerangs to send. Even though you don't earn any boomerang commissions at this level, you should be able to enjoy the good karma of sharing boomerangs. And besides, they'll stay with you for when you upgrade to the places where you can make money on them. You can refer travel to Extreme. So again, those bridal groups and weddings and church groups and cruise groups, send those to Extreme, and Extreme will share 25% of the referral commissions with you. You're going to get the most incredible presentation tool ever. It's called iDecide. It's an interactive presentation tool, and what it does is it does all the talking for you. Because we know so many people say, I can't present like you and David Manning and Holton Buggs and Mark Cathcart and Peter Hirsch and these guys and Tanya Mazel, and I can't do it like y'all. Okay, no problem. Can you send someone a link and let them watch an interactive presentation that will do all of your talking for you and say the same thing each time? That's the most coolest thing I've ever seen. And then you also, of course, you get your back office so that you can manage your business. But do you want to stay on standby? Just think about what that would mean. If you were in the airport and you stayed on standby, that means you never got to go on the trip. Everybody here wants to fully go on the trip. So let me show you how you can go to the next level. You have your 3 optional promotional starter packs, right? And everybody say that with me, optional promotional starter packs. You don't have to buy them if you don't want to. The only thing you got to do is the $49.95. But here you go. You got coach, business, and first class. How do you want to fly? Right? Everybody says, I want to go first class. Absolutely. First is the only way to fly. But let me tell you what you get with each of these levels, okay? The first thing that changes from level to level is your travel booking engine, your iGo website. Now, if you do coach, your iGo website will show you hotels, rental cars, and flights, okay? And again, remember, the discounts are really going to be on the hotels and rental cars, not so much on the flights, all right? If you do business class, you get hotels, flights, rental cars, and cruises now. All right, now we're getting excited. And then if you do first class, you get the whole site. You get everything, the homes that compete with Airbnb, homes and weeks that compete with Airbnb and vacation rental by owner and all those kind of stuff, the marketplace, the wine club, the golf stuff, all of it. You get it all when you do first class, okay? Let's talk about your boomerang opportunity, because that also varies based on which one you choose. So if you do coach class for $250, you're going to get 10 boomerangs to send out, and you will earn 50% of the travel savings bonuses on hotel and car rentals from your boomerang customers, okay? You'll earn half of the commissions. On business class, you're going to get 25 boomerangs, right? Again, business class is $500, and you will get 100% of the travel savings bonus on, again, hotels and rental cars. Okay, so moving up in the world. If you do first class, which is $1,000, you'll get 50 boomerangs that you can send down. Now, why are boomerangs important? Because remember, when people use your boomerangs and they save money, that gives you your personal travel savings bonuses. So obviously, how many boomerang customers do you want to have? Do you want to have more or do you want to have less? Obviously, you want to have more. So when you do first class, you get 50 boomerangs. That's 50 opportunities to create income, okay? And you earn a 100% of the travel savings bonuses on anything that is boomerangable, okay? So there you go. Now, also, after pre-launch is over, when we have our full compensation plan in place, it will be a dual team where you build left team and right team. You know what? There's some promotion aspects to that too. You coach, you're going to earn 10%. Business, you're going to start out at 12. First normally starts you out at 15, but we have a limited time Founders Club promotion where if you do first class, we will grandfather you at 20% override in the dual team for your entire first year of business, no matter what rank you achieve. Okay, so that's pretty exciting. We're going to have all sorts of member trips and luxury experiences. If you do first class, you get to hear about them first. We'll let you know about them 2 weeks in advance. If you do business class, you'll hear about them second. You'll hear about them 1 week in advance, and then, or I should say 1 week early. The first class hears about them 2 weeks early. Business class hears about it 1 week early. And coach class hears about it with the general release. So you can see the benefits to doing whichever one. Just do the best one that you can do. I know everybody wants to do first class. If you can do first class, you should do it. And if you can't, just do the best one you can do. All right. There is a monthly subscription fee that goes along with it. It's $99.95 a month. However, in certain countries, coach class will be $49.95 a month. Okay. And no, the United States is not one of those countries before somebody asked that question. All right. But, you know, we were having a conversation earlier with the group, and we were talking about the results that Holton Buggs and our leadership team, our corporate leadership team, and even our top field leaders have been able to achieve, and how we'll be sharing that knowledge with you. And in addition to keeping your services going and paying for all that stuff, wouldn't you pay do you think it would be worth $99 a month just to have access to that type of knowledge that's being shared that can help you create serious income? So that's what we're looking at here. And so what we want to encourage you guys to do is go ahead and get started. The time to get started is now. First mover's advantage only happens if you move first, right? So we want to encourage you, go ahead and get started. You want to get with the person who invited you, right? Please follow these instructions. Get back to the person who invited you, and they're going to show you how to sign up. The sign up site is countdownforfreedom.com, but you need some information from them. You need their TSA number so that you can enroll and get started with Countdown for Freedom. So make sure that you do that right away. Last thing is, I want to go over our launch timeline with you. This past Monday, not even a full week ago, we kicked off with our very first pre-launch, pre-enrollment presentations, and we are charging toward March 8th. Excuse me, March 8th is when we are going to unveil the name of the company and the killer brand. I've seen it. It is gorgeous. You are going to love it. You're going to want all sorts of gear, and you'll be very proud to be associated with this company. But for now, we're calling it codename Countdown for Freedom. On 3/8, though, we have a VIP party at Holton Buggs' house, invitation only. He's never done anything like that before. So if you're one of the people that is able to attend that, absolutely a major blessing. On 3/9, the very next day in Houston, Texas, at the Woodlands Waterway Marriott Hotel. We just announced this today. That is when we're going to do our global lift-off event. Space is limited. So you want to go to countdownforfreedom. I can't believe I forgot it, just like that. TicketLeap. Countdownforfreedom.ticketleap.com, and go ahead and purchase your ticket to that event. You can be in the house for the very first presentation, official presentation of our new company and training by Holton Buggs himself. We got people coming from all over the world who are going to be there in that room that day. And we are going to also broadcast it for the people who are in different countries who can't physically make it. Our system will go live on 3/11. So here's one thing I want to let you know. Everyone who enrolls right now, you will be charged your $49.95 but we won't charge your package till March 11th. Okay? So what you want to do when you enroll now is you're obviously the $49.95 is going to be there. You want to pick your package, but just know it's going to be two separate charges, $49.95 immediately and the remainder on 3/11. And 3/11 is when everybody's going to get their travel site and all the assets to build their business. And now 3/11 also starts something else that's really cool. We will put 10,000 plus people in business in that very first week. It's already happening, and we're thinking about raising the number because of the number of people who've already enrolled in Countdown for Freedom. So I just wanted to say, hey, folks, again, we apologize for the technological difficulties. We are figuring out how to work Zoom and Facebook Live and make them constantly work together and talk to each other. Today, we weren't so fortunate. The technology did not cooperate. But you know what? I will tell you this. It's a lot of fun, and it's totally worth it. I'm glad you guys stuck around. I'm glad if you got back on, you got back on, because Countdown for Freedom is on. We're rocking this thing. We love you guys, and we really